We've all felt the highs and lows of emotion: anger, sadness, joy, and love. Emotions shape our lives, coloring every experience. Sometimes they can feel overwhelming or out of control. But emotional intelligence helps us understand and manage these feelings. By recognizing and regulating our emotions, we turn them into tools for resilience, connection, and growth. Deep within the intricate folds of our brains lies a small, almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. Don't let its size fool you. This tiny powerhouse plays an outsized role in our emotional experiences, acting as a vigilant guardian, constantly scanning our environment for potential threats and rewards. The amygdala is our emotional watchdog, always on high alert, ready to trigger a rapid-fire response when it perceives danger. It's the part of our brain that sends our hearts racing when we encounter a snarling dog in a dark alley, or floods our bodies with adrenaline when we're faced with a stressful deadline at work. This ancient brain region is designed for survival, hardwired to keep us safe from harm by triggering the fight-or-flight response. While this instinctive reaction can be life-saving in truly dangerous situations, it can also lead to overreactions and heightened emotional responses in our modern lives, where perceived threats often take the form of deadlines, disagreements, or social media notifications. Think of the amygdala as a smoke detector in your home. When it senses smoke, a potential threat, it sounds the alarm, alerting you to the danger. Similarly, when the amygdala perceives a threat in our environment, it triggers a cascade of physiological and emotional responses, preparing us to either fight the threat or flee to safety. Our brains aren't just driven by the amygdala's quick reactions. The prefrontal cortex, just behind your forehead, acts as the CEO of your brain, planning, making decisions, and regulating emotions. While the amygdala pulls the fire alarm, the prefrontal cortex steps in as the level-headed firefighter, helping us pause and choose our response. Strengthening this connection helps us manage emotions, find solutions, and face challenges with resilience and clarity. Emotions are powerful forces, capable of influencing our thoughts, behaviors, and overall well-being. But what if we could harness this power, learning to navigate the complex landscape of our emotions with greater awareness, understanding, and skill? The good news is that emotional intelligence is not a fixed trait, but rather a set of skills that can be learned and cultivated over time. Just as we can train our bodies to become stronger and more resilient through exercise, we can train our minds to become more adept at managing our emotions. By incorporating science-backed strategies into our daily lives, we can develop a toolkit for emotional regulation, empowering ourselves to navigate the ups and downs of life with greater ease and resilience. These strategies aren't about suppressing our emotions or pretending to be happy all the time. Instead, they're about cultivating a deeper understanding of our emotional landscape, recognizing the triggers that tend to send us spiraling, and developing healthy coping mechanisms to manage challenging feelings effectively. It's about learning to ride the waves of our emotions with greater awareness and skill, rather than feeling tossed and turned by their unpredictable currents. From mindfulness and meditation to cognitive reappraisal and gratitude practices, a wealth of evidence-based tools can help us cultivate greater emotional intelligence and live more fulfilling lives. Imagine this. You're walking down the street when you trip and fall, spilling the contents of your bag all over the sidewalk. Your initial reaction might be a mix of embarrassment, frustration, and maybe even a little pain. But what if, instead of dwelling on the negative emotions, you chose to reframe the situation? Cognitive reappraisal, a powerful tool for emotional regulation, involves consciously shifting our perspective on a situation to change its emotional impact. It's about, challenging our initial interpretations of events and actively searching for alternative explanations that might be less distressing. In the case of the sidewalk stumble, you might remind yourself that everyone trips and falls sometimes. It's a normal part of being human. You might even find humor in the situation, picturing the scene as a slapstick comedy routine. By reframing the event as less threatening or significant, you can effectively reduce the intensity of your negative emotions. Cognitive reappraisal isn't about denying our feelings or pretending that everything is fine when it's not. It's about acknowledging our emotions, but then choosing to view the situation through a different lens, one that empowers us to respond in a more constructive and adaptive way. In the tapestry of positive emotions, gratitude stands out as a potent elixir for enhancing well-being and cultivating resilience. It's the simple yet profound act of appreciating the good in our lives, from the warmth of the sun on our skin to the love and support of our friends and family. Research has shown that practicing gratitude can have a profound impact on our brains and bodies, leading to increased levels of happiness, reduced stress and anxiety, improved sleep, and even a stronger immune system. When we focus on what we're grateful for, our brains release dopamine and serotonin, neurochemicals associated with pleasure and well-being. Over time, this consistent focus on gratitude can actually rewire our brains, making it easier to notice and appreciate the good in our lives, even when faced with challenges. The beauty of gratitude is that it's accessible to everyone, regardless of our circumstances. We can practice gratitude by simply taking a few moments each day to reflect on the things we're thankful for. We might keep a gratitude journal, write thank you notes, or simply express our appreciation to loved ones directly. Life is an unpredictable journey, filled with its fair share of challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. It's how we navigate these inevitable bumps in the road that determines our resilience, our ability to bounce back from adversity, learn from our experiences, and emerge stronger on the other side. Emotional intelligence plays a pivotal role in building resilience. When we understand and manage our emotions effectively, we're better equipped to cope with stress, navigate difficult situations, and maintain a sense of equilibrium even in the face of adversity. Resilient individuals possess a strong sense of self-awareness, recognizing their strengths and weaknesses, and understanding how their emotions influence their thoughts and behaviors. They're able to regulate their emotions effectively, avoiding impulsive reactions and instead responding to challenges in thoughtful and constructive ways. Building resilience is an ongoing process, and it requires us to cultivate a set of skills and practices that foster emotional well-being and mental fortitude. By developing our emotional intelligence, we can transform challenges into opportunities for growth, emerging from difficult experiences with greater strength, wisdom, and resilience. The field of neuroscience has made remarkable strides in recent years, shedding light on the intricate workings of the brain and its role in our emotional experiences. Research has consistently shown that emotional intelligence is not merely a touchy-feely concept, but rather a critical factor in our overall well-being, impacting everything from our mental and physical health to our relationships and career success. Studies have found that individuals with higher levels of emotional intelligence tend to enjoy greater relationship satisfaction, experience lower levels of stress and burnout, and achieve higher levels of professional success. They're better able to navigate conflict, build strong connections with others, and create positive and supportive environments. The science is clear: emotional intelligence matters. By investing in our emotional literacy and developing our capacity for empathy, self-awareness, and emotional regulation, we can unlock a world of possibilities, creating a more fulfilling, meaningful, and resilient life. Emotions are the threads that weave the rich tapestry of our lives, adding depth, vibrancy, and meaning to our experiences. By embracing our emotional journey and cultivating greater emotional intelligence, we embark on a transformative path of self-discovery, growth, and resilience. It's time to move beyond the outdated notion that emotions are messy, unpredictable, or something to be suppressed. It's time to recognize that our emotions hold incredible power, offering valuable insights into our needs, desires, and motivations. By learning to listen to our emotions with curiosity and compassion, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. We develop the capacity to navigate life's challenges with greater grace, resilience, and wisdom. The journey of emotional intelligence is an ongoing one, and it requires ongoing effort, self-reflection, and a willingness to embrace the full spectrum of our emotional experiences. But the rewards are immeasurable, leading to greater happiness, fulfillment, and a profound sense of connection with ourselves and the world around us. So, let us embark on this journey together, embracing our emotions as powerful guides on the path to a more meaningful and fulfilling life.